I did a story a couple months back on the C-17 pilots who helped bring Americans and others home during the Afghanistan withdrawal back in 2021. Their mission wasn't simple. The largest non-combatant evacuation in American history, and the final pilot on the final plane to leave that country talked to me recently about that mission.
I mean, we did things that we've never done before, and you have to look at that aspect of the mission as an incredible success story.
Alex Pelbath, a retired colonel after 22 years of service with the U.S. Air Force.
Service-oriented. I grew up in a family that established those values early on for me, that service matters.
Pelbath speaking with Low Country Conservatives this past week about his time flying C-17s. He was assigned to command a squadron at Joint Base Charleston 7 years ago.
And so I commanded a C-17 squadron for 2 years, and then I moved over to our C-17 Special Operations Unit. And I led that Special Operations Unit for 2 years. And that was the capacity in which I went over to Afghanistan for the final evacuation.
You may recall the video, thousands of Afghans and Americans at the airport in Kabul trying to get out of the country as the Taliban closed in. It was chaos. There were mistakes in this evacuation mission, many calling it a logistical success but a strategic failure. The chaos, Pelbath said, came from an unexpected source, the civilian population.
And they knew that with the Taliban coming in, if they didn't get out and the Taliban found out that they were American sympathizers, they were probably going to die. So it caused a mass panic amongst the people. And they overran the airfield on that very first day. And those famous images of Afghans desperately hanging on to that one C-17 and then 4 of them falling off of it as they, as the airplane climbed away. That was a danger we were not anticipating.
Pelbath blames the new administration at the White House at the time and their political decisions that led to the problems with this withdrawal. Setting an exact date for it didn't help either. 3
takeaways from that. Like, 1, your plan's got to be flexible in the military, and it was very rigid. We clung to that date no matter what. 2, don't tell the bad guys your plans, right? Don't pick a date and then tell the bad guys what you're doing. And then the third one is, like I mentioned before, there was a point at which we could have moved it, should have moved the date, and we didn't. And because of that, we left behind tons, probably thousands of Afghans.
What ended up being the largest airline evacuation in history, it was the military on the ground, Pelbath says, who made it a success.
We were sort of building the operation as we were executing it, right? It was every day something new, and a lot of that fell on these 30-year-old, 25-year-old sometimes pilots making real-time life and death decisions. Like, that is specifically why it was a success.
In a time of chaos, leadership matters, and the last pilot out of Afghanistan says, from a military standpoint, lessons were learned.
One of my great takeaways is I'm not worried about America. I operated with 20-year-old kids in that crazy situation who behaved incredibly well at that young age. Some of them with not a lot of education. That's the future of America. We're fine. America's going to be fine.
Pelbath has a wife, son, and a daughter, currently a spiritual and character development coach in Charleston, and is on the board for a Fellowship of Christian Athletes. You can email me at bclark@wcbd.com or go to our website, counton2.com, if you'd like to nominate an everyday hero.